Right, what is going on? Welcome back to the Cian Malone show. I hope you are all well. I'm here with my good friend.
What's the story, boys? It's Carew. Carew overtime. Carew, C-A-R, your side W, whatever you want to call me, of any name.
I'm on of many names. The king of tip.
The king of tip.
The king of tip, boys. How are you doing with me, fam?
Oh man, fucking banging. This is long overdue, man.
Long overdue.
Yeah, 100%.
This is one of the first fellas to ever fuck with this channel. So shout out to Carew. One of my loyal fans.
Shout out to the Cian Malone fella. Yo.
So the first question I wanted to go with, like, what made you, like, what awoken Carew, if you know what I mean? Like, was there any defining moments that made you start the process of, like, going towards your dreams?
Well, the first thing that awoke in Carew was when I was given birth to about 21 years ago, when I was given the second name Carew. Well, the Carew name dates back a very long time, but I was called Christian Carew. But my origin of me starting what I was doing, I was always into like making videos. I actually used to make videos from years ago as well, but I made like, don't like them €5 munch things and shit like that. When I was like 14, 15, I was making views like they used to bang out as well. I was on like a couple thousand followers, and then I just ended up getting the TikTok account banned. And
how'd you manage that now?
Just acting the bollocks, you know what I mean? Like I became into that, you know what I mean? Like just kind of went down doing bad things for a few years and kind of lost focus on doing the online stuff. But then one day I just said, right, I'm going to do a freestyle in a car. And then ever since then, whatever has grown since then has just spiraled up and up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the current one you can attribute to the freestyle in the car?
Well, it all started with a freestyle in the car. Like I just wrote something, did a freestyle in the car. Then I just went to the studio, started rapping. Then after a while, I just kind of started like getting back into the vlogs and making videos, like just skits and stuff like that. And then I actually met a production company called Gale Wave not too long ago. We're doing a lot of different things with like different rappers, different ciphers, just a content channel for music as well. So we're just sprouting out from
grafting.
But it all started back again with that one freestyle in the car, you know what I mean? That one freestyle.
All I need is one freestyle.
Do a freestyle in the car and you can do everything else after.
I'm back with the €5 munches and all. Like, what age are you when you were doing that?
I think I started that when I was like 15, man. 15 on TikTok. Back when that was a thing, but I remember posting like a €5 munch thing. I think it got like 200,000 views. Like back in that day, I had like a couple thousand followers, stuff like that. But then just, I don't know, started posting the wrong things, started getting caught up doing the wrong things, and kind of just drove my attention away.
I'd love to see the content that got you banned. Just to have that.
No, I know. I don't think I still have that now, to be honest. But we're just posting like stupid shit, like, you know what I mean? Like just, you know, like it's not even like, it's just posting like things you shouldn't be really posting. Like
I believe you should be able to post that. I 100% believe in free speech.
No, but
and we all know who's stopping us from that. But we leave it at that because I don't want to get my friend banned.
No, it was just like, it wasn't even posting bad things. It was just maybe like smoking or like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, but fuck it. It is what it is. You know. Yeah.
And so was the music like something that you like hadn't planned for a good while, or was that just something you did? Like, see when you took the camera out and you done the freestyle, were you freestyling before that? You were just kind of
me and my friends, like, we used to just like go outside and maybe like if we were smoking or something, like, you know what I mean, or if we were just meeting up, or we'd spit a few bars or something, and you'd always think like, as a young fella, I'd be like, oh, I'd love to do music, or I'd love to be a rapper. And I'm a very musically backgrounded person anyways. So I think it just came very naturally to me, man. But I always kind of wanted to do it anyways, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
We can keep that footage and go somewhere else.
We're gonna do part 2 now somewhere else.
There's gonna be a transition switch. Right. Catch you in a bit.
Cheers to part 2.
Cheers to part 2, right.
Right, welcome back to part 2.
Just two straight men drinking coffee, by the
way. I'm gonna get straight down to that. But come here, that's besides the point. So we're going to continue this interview. I got rudely interrupted around, and it's probably been about you. It's been a long time since part 1. We're at the being going around town 100 miles now, but come here.
We were in another interview since this interview, which is
he got interviewed on the streets. There was some fella actually interviewing rappers, people about music and all, and we bumped into him.
And the dress sense and all that kind of stuff.
We tried to do a few volleys. Come here. I'm gonna make an excuse. If the jeans on, if the 95s on, if I had, pair of trackies on, if I had a pair of nice little football boots, I get 100. I couldn't even get 3. But we're gonna get back to the interview. So I want to talk to you about your ambitions outside of the music and the content. Like, is there anything more you want to go with? Like, is there a further destination you want to go with?
I would, like, outside of the content and music, not really, because I'm focusing so hard on just that. But I want to definitely get into more of starting up business, like probably like an online clothing business, maybe something like that, or maybe at the moment I'm kind of doing like kind of touring videos, stuff like that. So I kind of like to set up something to do with maybe touring or something in Ireland or worldwide, maybe like a website, something like that, where people can
Career travel.
Honestly, you never like these are things, you know what I mean? But
I think you have to aim for the stars.
that's the thing.
And nothing less.
Like a lot of people say say to you like, oh, I think you're reaching too high, or I think you're thinking too like differently, but like, is that not what you're supposed to be doing?
That's what you should do, and it's usually people's insecurities that lead that kind of conversation. Where it's like, are you sure? You know what I mean? Do you really think you can do that? You won't know you can do that until you actually try and do it.
People try and talk themselves out of things when it makes no sense why you would even want to talk yourself out of it in the first place. You know what I mean?
Problems more than solutions.
Yeah, like, you know, you have to like at least try. Like, you have to try. Failure is an option that's going to happen regardless. So you can fail 100 times and then you can win once, or you can just fail once and then say, oh, I'm no good at that. You know what I mean? You have to keep going. It's not going to happen in a day. It might happen in a day, but 100 times out of one, it's not going to happen in a day.
100%.
You just have to keep taking
And
it.
if we look back on our old stuff when we first started, we went to look confident young fellas talking in front of the camera.
Exactly.
You know, like I've never seen your first ones. I know we were talking about it earlier, but I remember like when I look back on my own first vlogs, now I have the camera out. It's like, hi, welcome back to the vlog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a process. You know what I mean? Everything's a process in this.
You just get better and better at it. Like, you know what I mean? It's the same with everything in life, man. You just have to keep showing up every day. Consistency is key. You have to learn to deal with outside criticism. Sometimes it's good criticism, sometimes bad criticism. You have to take it on board, but also learn to block out the noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a good point you said there. Where, you know, it can be bad criticism or good criticism. You can't be stubborn. Take like when I say like don't listen to anybody and do your own thing, I don't mean like just block out all types of noise. I mean listen to everything, have your own opinion on it.
Yeah.
Don't just trust anyone for what they say. Don't take their word for it. Take their words, digest it, and then go forward. Do you know what I mean? Do you have any words of wisdom? Because I like where you're going with it. Do you have any words of wisdom for the people at home?
For the people at home, for anybody that wants to do their own thing in life or wants to try something new, don't be afraid to try it, man. Just go. Like, I know it can be the most daunting thing ever, like to try something new or to like think outside of the box or do something different, especially from where I'm from. Like in Dublin, there's such a variety of different people and stuff like that, and nobody's afraid to do anything because everyone's kind of like in their own world, or everyone's just outgoing here. Like where I'm from, it's like everybody knows everyone,
just
and
a lot of farmers and crew.
such a small town mentality kind of thing, man. And it's like everyone's so afraid of just doing their own thing and being afraid of being judged and stuff. But it's like when you have goals outside of your own town, it doesn't matter about perspective. It's such a small, like, you can get yourself trapped in such a small town mentality and think like it's such a big thing in this world, but it's such a small thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, the world is massive, and once you like open your eyes to that, you can literally just do anything.
Like you said, like where we come from, it's this small kind of town mentality. Like we're in Dublin City right now. I'm not from Dublin City. I'm from on the outskirts in Tala, and it's a big enough spot. Like there's 100,000 people in Tala, but it still has that small town mentality. You know, everybody doesn't want to see him doing that part. Or what are they going to think of me doing that? You know, it's all that nonsense. And even with like so a lot of the young fellas from where I come from, like you said, outside their town, it's a big world. Most young fellas don't go outside the estate. That's all they know. So the only people they have to look up to is the drug dealers walking the road, or, you know what I mean? That's all they have. There's such a big world out there. Go and explore it. Do you know what I mean?
100%, man. 100%.
Yeah, man. So, do you have any other travel vlogs coming up? I like your travel vlogs.
The travel vlogs, none at the moment, sadly, because I'm focusing on I have a show next week in London. I'm actually running a very important race a few days after London, but hopefully soon. Hopefully we're going to be getting out in the world again soon, man. I'm not sure exactly yet, but we'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I was watching that one when you went to what was it, Carher Castle? Like, definitely.
Carher Castle, yeah.
I was watching that. Oh, geez, I'd love to go there, but I'm thinking down the line, me and Crew have meant to do content with each other all year.
Definitely.
Like, just never got around to it. But I'd love to do a vlog with you. So I remember it was me and my ma were watching back when your vlogs ages ago, because it was when I first started, and I was talking to this young fella, because I think you were like definitely the first 3 content creators that I got actually spoke to about, and all. I remember my ma was like, he's the culture version of you. And when he put that in, she loved that. My ma watches everything. But Yeah, man. And so, like you were saying, the small town mentality. Was there anyone that was when you were coming up doing it with you, or was it mostly just on your own?
No, to be honest, there was actually like I had a lot of help from a few real friends, but they were more like behind the scenes than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, well, one of my friends will do some content with me. His name's David, or also known as Dipsy.
I know Dipsy well, actually.
Big ups to Dipsy.
Dipsy.
Big ups to Dipsy. Yeah, but apart from that, no, man. Like, everything I started and everything I did was just by myself, you know?
Yeah, and that could be, I think that can be a daunting thing as well. It's when you're forced to go out and do it on your own. People, like, obviously, you can't expect everyone to help, and you're lucky that you had a few friends, but a lot of that kind of working on yourself and chasing your dream, it's a lot of isolating.
It's true.
There's a lot of in your bedroom.
99% of the time, even though your friends are there to support, like 99% of the time, it's still you that's doing everything. Like they can support you, but it's not like they don't have the vision that you have still. You know what I mean? Like But now, don't get me wrong. I appreciate all the support I've gotten, but it's like you still have your own mindset in it. Like
I have that kind of thing as well. It's a lot of my friends still be just working like regular jobs and all. I've done that all as well. And it's because my mind has gone to this point now where it's like all I'm chasing is up here. And then when I'm talking, it's like, you know, when some people don't share your vision, that's kind of where I started the Cian Malone show, because it was for conversations. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like kind of an interview show. We'll have a few questions asked, you know, to get the conversation going, but it's more just a chat back to back. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's nice, man.
Like-minded people, getting artists on, honestly anyone, just someone that we can have a conversation about more than just the small things in life. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where I was aiming for it. Would there be, no, I've never actually asked this, but is there anything you'd like to ask me? I think that's on the spot there. Throwing you into the interview, fella. I know you've done a few interviews in your time.
Pass the baton.
Pass the mic.
Since I'm here, what's the crack? Everyone go check out the music at Carew. But one question to ask you. What was one vivid memory you have of growing up where you're from? Is there anything that you look back to as like the best memory you've ever had, like when you were young growing up?
Best memory I've ever had growing up. I think, you know, it would have been multiple memories of the same thing, but you know, just back in the day on your school holidays in the summer, playing a game of World Cup with the boys in the field. Oh, you couldn't beat it. And now, like, when the years went on, I got older, and it's drinking in the parks and all, but that was just that simple thing. Who has a ball? Get the ball, get to the field. Just get a
World
kick
Cup,
about
was that like when there was one goalkeeper and it was like they were all shooting at the same goal?
So yeah, like there'd be people, like whoever goes out in the first round would usually so yeah, most of the rules videos you have is, you know, if somebody goes and goal first, they'll automatically go through to the next round. Okay. And then, you know, whoever loses the first round, they'll go and goal down for the rest of the team.
Yeah.
But then it goes down. You can do World Cup duos, you can do World Cup solos. Yeah. I used to love it, man. They're probably my favourite memories as a kid.
Oh, that's nice, man.
What about yourself? What reminds you of Tipperary, or just, you know, your youth?
My youth? Probably just like me with your mates and stuff, like going in, like everyone going in tapping their mother for £2 to go to the shop, you know what I mean? Go down and buy a few bags of jellies, like, you know what I mean?
You used to get a lot with €2 back then.
Yeah, now you can
feel bad for the kids now.
Kids nowadays, boy, you what you have to ask your mother or father, or ask them for nearly £20 now at this stage. I'd say like
30 quid. All I want is a Kinder Bueno.
I remember like my mother giving me like €2. You go in and get like fucking 10 things, like bars of chocolate, sweets, crisps, fucking everything.
100%. Man, I remember like even back when I was 14. I was 14 in 2015, so it's not even that long ago. But I remember it got me. I'm fair. I'm getting on here now. But
for us, like.
But I remember I got my first job and I was doing barbering apprenticeship. I only done it for a little bit because I was out of school and I was going back to school. But I went into it, and I remember I wasn't even a paid job. It was a bit of child labour in a way, but I ended up getting paid €20.
Big up to child labour.
Big up to child labour. Ended up getting paid €20 for like, it was like my third week working there. You give me €20. Oh, I felt like a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? Because I was 14, I was €20. I was like, wow. And now, like, a kid with €20, what's a kid gonna get? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A get? Do you know what I mean? But
20 quid gets you.
We don't need to go into all that negativity. You know what I mean? We're talking about the positivity here. Now,
Irish government, bring back 25-cent Freddos.
that's a start. You know what I mean?
Vote for me as your Taoiseach.
They're going around and roundabouts.
Yeah.
Where can we start? Freddo bars. Freddo bars is where we start. And and then we move.
Yeah, we move up from there. But yeah,
Yeah, man.
we won't go talking about the government too much
And
today.
I want to talk, since you're a rapper, I want to talk about the music a little bit. Do you have an album coming out soon, or are you still just working on tracks, trying to build up the catalogue?
I haven't planned on putting out an album yet. I've just been tipping away at singles, doing features,
Tipping
doing
away,
shows. Yeah, tipping away, man. But I'm planning a big project soon, hopefully. To be honest, I want to keep gaining more and more traction to my music before I want to gain a lot of followers, a lot of stuff, so people can really enjoy the first album I put out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to just put out something that, like, don't get me wrong, I do get a lot of people listening to my music now, but I want to put out something that, like, will be like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, like, put something out
You want to bring a story out of you.
A good single, one good song is better than 6 half-hour songs, you know what I mean?
That's
It's
very
always
true.
the way, you know what I mean? Like, so one producer said to me, like, one of my first engineers said, one good song is always going to be better than 6 good songs until you get the traction of it, like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that'll come out soon, man.
Where the Cian Malone fella is going to become a musician soon, so maybe I'll have to jump on a track. I was going to try it.
I won't charge you too much for it.
He was. By the way, Crew does open verses if there's any rappers listening to this. So
Yeah.
he has one coming out for the new Change, isn't it? Changes.
I'm going to have one coming out soon, Changes.
There was one. I think it was the Irish artist, the UK accent. Was that the
Irish
last one you were
accent,
doing?
yeah,
Was
I
that
did
the one
one
you
for
were doing?
clarity. I do a lot of open verses, to be honest, but
Yeah.
everyone check out the new single out now, Crew Change, out now on all
It'll
platforms.
be out in the description.
I actually shot a music video in Thailand for it as well.
Yeah?
So that was sick, yeah.
Oh, right, Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sick, man.
that'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to jump on I was going to try this doing, but I ended up forgetting. I'm like, oh, Joe, and I was like, why didn't I do it? I only remembered when I was talking to you and Ross earlier about it. I was like, I need to do it. Because, do you know what, I want to get into music, and I was writing rap back in the day, and do you know what, I had this kind of thing, you know what, like flow.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. Like I have it figured out in my head now from listening to Kanye West when he was first coming up. It was just kind of the spoken word kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, rather than just saying the words, say them with a bit of energy. You know what I mean? A different bit. Like, instead of saying, I will go there, go, I will go there. Do you know what I mean? Just adding a bit of something to it. So that's what I want to try and get on a track and down. Would there be any tips you'd have for any upcoming artists, you know, that you've learned in your time?
Tips for upcoming artists. Don't follow the niche. Like, start your own niche. Like, you have to just completely, like, the thing is nowadays with becoming an artist, I feel like everybody's jumping on this artist thing now, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it is very, like, everyone's kind of like, but you have to, like, start a new trend. To be honest, I don't have many tips for it because I've just kind of done my thing for a while and stuff, you get me? But, like, it's hard to become a very good artist nowadays.
I think you said it exactly there. Authenticity.
Yeah.
Find yourself as an artist. Like,
Yeah.
copy.
But I feel like everyone would kind of say that to you, like, you know what I mean? But
No. A lot of the advice that seems so basic works the best.
Yeah, it's
you know
true.
what I mean? Like life is simple. We just make it complicated. Is the way I look at it.
maybe just try to stay consistent while posting online. Like, unfortunately nowadays, like, the best way to get people on your music is TikTok, Reels, stuff like that, because that's what everyone's hooked on at the moment, man. So you just have to kind of do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was great. Come here. I'm gonna cut it off there. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Correo, the busiest fella in the Tipperary scene.
Busiest fella in
the Irish
Tipperary,
scene.
Ireland.
You know
The whole
what I'm
lot.
saying?
We're next up in Ireland.
Worldwide
Big up to
coming.
Cian Malone fella. We're going to bring him along somewhere with us soon anyways, you know what I mean? But
Yes.
yeah, my brother. That was
Thanks
a
for
good one.
coming on, man.
Take care. Peace out. Whoa.
Yeah.
Hit him a headbutt.